Most players stick to the pass line, but what if I told you that the real power comes from the other side of the table? The question is, can this simple twist on a dark side play grind out steady wins, or will it just be crushed by the dice? Hi, I'm Jeremy, and I am a craps fanatic. My job, to teach you the game, to teach you the math and some strategies, and with a little luck, you can color up. Today's video is part of my Dice Advice series where viewers submit strategies and then I roll them out here on Color Up. This one is called the DC Plugs and was sent to me by Spook. It's called DC Plugs because predominantly you're going to be using the DC, which is usually what the don't come is referred to. It's just short for don't come. So how this strategy is going to work is you're going to wait for a point to be established for a shooter, and then you're going to make a don't come bet. Now this first bet is what he calls your big bet. This bet is going to be 3 times the table minimum. If you are playing online and it's 25-cent table, bet 75 cents. If you're at a $5 table, this would be a $15 bet. Today we're going to talk about a $10 table, so therefore we're looking at a $30 bet. So $30 bet is step 1. And again, this is our big bet. Now if this bet ever loses, we're going to increase it by 1 unit. If it ever wins, we're going to decrease it down by 1 unit, with $30 or 3 times being our base level. So we're never going to drop below this, but we may have to, if we keep losing it, we may have to go up. And then as we win, we'll drop back down 1 unit at a time. Here in the don't come, you win with the 2 or 3. It's barred, or that means it pushes with a 12, and then it loses with the 7 or 11. Any other number, it's going to establish a DC point. So let's say a 9 rolls, this was going to travel behind the 9. Now we have a bet against the 9. The 9 rolls, we lose. If the 7 rolls, which is most likely, we're favored here, then our DC bet would win. Now essentially, this is the main function of this strategy, but this is pretty boring. So what he's going to do is then follow this big bet up with continuous table minimum bets. So again, we're at a $10 table. We're going to make another $10 DC bet. So 3 times the bet, table minimum. Let's say this time the 4 rolls. This will travel behind the 4. Now we have a bet against the 4. Now with these 1 unit don't come bets, he's always then going to just make an equivalent size place bet. So $10 on the 4. Now with offsetting bets, this isn't your money maker. You roll a 7, you lose $10 and you win $10, it's a break-even bet. But if you can win by rolling the number, you do win a couple bucks. In this case, if the 4 rolls, we'd lose 10, but our place bet would win 18. Let's say we were behind the 5 and the 5 rolls. Again, the 7 rolls, this is a break-even bet, but if the 5 rolls, we lose 10, we win 14, couple bucks. Now if our DC travels behind the 6 or 8, this one is a little tricky. If you're on an electronic table, they usually pay to the penny. This would pay, I believe it's $11.66. So this bet is fine. You don't always have to make proper bets on the 6 and 8. On the other side, many electronic tables don't let you make these offsetting bets like this. Now on a real table, the casino may or may not let you make a improper bet. They don't keep small change, so that $11.66 payoff would be rounded down and they would pay you $11. But that's okay, it's either break even or you win $1. But many casinos are going to require you, because they don't want to cheat you out of that 66 cents, right? So they're going to require you to make an additional $2 bet in order to get paid properly, the 7 to 6 place bet odds. So our $12 bet would win 14. So this is okay. If the 8 rolls, we lose 10, we win 14. But if the 7 rolls, now we lose 12 and we only win back 10, so we lose 2. But in the grand scheme of things, no big deal, right? You're going to win 4 or you're going to lose 2. Now he calls this plugging the bet. So we have a DC and then we're going to plug it. So, and then he's, again, just out of to avoid boredom, he's going to continuously make don't come bets. Let's say the 5 rolls, then you're going to make a same size place bet on the 5, and you're just going to continue that. Not big money makers, but you're hoping to win here and win 3 units. And once again, if this bet loses, you're going to increase it by 1 unit, so we would go from 30 to 40. If we ever win, we would lower it down. Let's say we're all the way up to the $60 unit, we would drop it back down to 50. Now his bankroll is 40 units, so on a $10 table, it's $400. His win goal is if he can get to $100 or 10 units. Now he says in his first 20 sessions, he has never lost. So let's see if we can follow that trend. All right, we have $300, $400. We're going to assume someone else is rolling the dice. Otherwise, I guess we could start on the don't pass for the 30, but he prefers the DC. So here we go, coming out. looking for a point. 7 on the come out. So we would have lost if we did start on the don't pass. There's a 10 the hard way, 10 hard, so that'll be the point. And now we're going to go ahead 3 times the table minimum. So $30 don't come. Let's see where it travels. 6 the hard way. Not the best here. We still have an advantage with this. There's 6 ways to roll the 7, 5 ways to roll 6, so 6 to 5 advantage there. And then we're going to then just make continuous don't come bets. Here we go. 3, craps. My dice rolled there, but it was a 3, so that's just a quick win in the don't. We'll rack that up. 10 point hit. So this will travel behind the 10. Point was hit, so the puck will go off. Now his bets are always working with the strategy, so except for the big bet, right? The $30 bet will stay. We're not going to place against it. But here on the 10, let's go ahead and ask the dealer, give me a $10 10. And don't come bets are always working. But this one where you'd have to ask the dealer to turn our bet on. So we'll just go ahead and have our bets on. And let's see what happens here. 8, easy, 8 easy. 8's our new point. And then we'll just pick up right where we were with continuous don't come bets. We don't need this button anymore. There's a 5. So this will travel behind the 5. Give the dealer $10. Dealer, we want to place that 5. And we'll make another don't come bet. There's an 8, 8 easy, point hit. So this will travel behind the 8, puck will go off. Let's give the dealer $10 for our 8. Dealer, we want our place bets working because the puck is off. And here we go, let's see what happens now. There's a 9, we're filling up all the numbers. Puck's on the 9, bets are going, here's our big bet, and go ahead and make another don't come bet. 2, spot and a dot, that's a winner in the DC. So we just win 10, we'll rack it up. We don't need this little puck. There's wow, this is crazy. There's the 9, point hit. Go behind the 9, puck will go off. We're filling up all these numbers. Throwing our 10. Dealer, have my place bets working. Here we go. There's the 9. Okay, we finally win some money. All right, we're out on the 9. We lose our don't, but we win 14. And let's go ahead and, I don't have any ones. We're going to win 14 for that 9. And then we could just have the dealer pull it down, and then we'll use it as a new don't come bet. Now I did just notice that I have $10 on the 8. It would pay 11, like I said, but a lot of casinos are going to make you do 12. We'll just go with, say we're at one of those casinos, so we'll go ahead and make this a $12 bet. All right, we don't need this. And let's see what happens. 6, easy. That's the only number we didn't want to roll, so that's a bummer. So we lose our 30. And this will travel behind the 6. We'll go ahead and give the dealer $12 to place our 6. And because we lost our don't come, now we're going to take our big bet, we're going to increase it 1 level. So our $30 bet now will bump up to a $40 bet. So $40 don't come. There we go. Yo 11, that's no good. So our 40 loses. So we bump it up a level. We go from 40 to 50. $50 don't come. And there's a 7. Okay. So we lose our 50. Remember that number because next we have to go to 60. These are all going to come down here. And then we're going to hear these $40 will come out and get paid 40. So we lost the $4 for the caps. And what did I say? We lost at the $50 level, so Puck's going to go off. We'll go to the $60 level next. Let's get a point established. 10, the hard way, 10 hard. So $60 don't come. 3 craps. There's a way to win it right back quickly. So there's 60. So the 2 and the 3 kind of offset the 11. And the 7, you know, the 7's no good when you're in the don't come. There's an 8. Not ideal, but it's what we have to live with. We still have the advantage. And now we'll just start our, again, you could just wait. A little boring, so he likes to add little action for a couple bucks. Minimal risk. Again, the 11 is offset with the 2 and 3. The 7, not a big deal here because it's a smaller bet. Yes, you would lose this, but you'd win 30 here. So 7's not the end of the world at this point either. All right, here we go. Quick 7. Okay, so we lose the don't come, but our 30 will win. Oh no, I'm sorry, our 60 will win 60. So that'll come down. And we were at 60, we won, so we can drop back down to 50. 7, puck goes off. We'll have a new shooter. So our new DC bet will be 50. 4 the hard way, 4 hard. So now DC of 50. 4 point hit. Our DC will travel behind the 4. Puck's going to go off. We don't have any DC bets, so we don't have to worry about turning on our place bets. We'll just get a new number. 10 easy is our new point. We've got 50 behind the 4, and then we'll start our $10 DC action. 9. So travels behind the 9. Dealer, give me a $10 9. And I'm going to do a $10 don't come. Probably want to play up in this corner of the table so you can reach that don't come. 8 easy, 8 easy. DC travels behind the 8. Dealer, give me a $12 place on the 8. So we'll get 3 and change. And let's continuously make those DC bets. Oh, there's the 4 point hit. That's no good. So this travels behind the 4. We lose the 50. And puck stays there. But now we're going to bump it up to a $60 don't pass. We need to, dealer, place my 4 for 10. Here we go. 3. Hey, that's been working out for us. So we're going to win 60. And because we won, we can take that down 1 level. So we lower back down to 50. Here we go. Oh, we lost it right back. So we lose 50. Now we go right back up to 60. Six easy, 6 easy. That's going to go behind the 6. Everything else is ready. So we'll just continue with our don'ts. $10 1 unit don'ts. There's a 9. So we lose here. This travels behind the 9. And our 10 wins 14. Let's go ahead and pay 15 for 1. And then we'll make another $10 don't come. 8 easy. Same situation. Down behind on the 8. This will replace it. 12 is going to pay 14. I'm going to pay out 15 for 1. And let's get our new don't come bet. There's a 5. That's a new number. Travels behind the 5. Dealer, give me $5 and I mean, I guess we could do another one just because the 10's open. $10 DC. There's the 5. Down behind. This will replace it. 10's going to pay 14. I'm paying out 15 for 1. New DC bet. And there's the 7. Oh, my dice rolled, but it was a 7, which is fine. We lose 10 here. We're going to lose 42 here. These 40, no, yeah, 40. We'll win 40. So that's going to come out to you. And then we have 60 here, which will win 60. And then we're going to back it down 1 unit, so we'll drop back down to 50 for our new don't come. Puck goes off. New shooter. Let's get a point, and then we'll start with our $50 DC. There's a 12 on the come out. There's a 10 the hard way, 10 hard. So now we go 50 don't come. We need to get it back down to that $30 level, because that means we're winning those DCs, right? 4 should be a good number for us. Travel behind the 4. Now we'll start with our $10 DCs. Gives us a chance to win a few bucks, but also keeps us from going completely bored, out of our mind. All right, 10 hard. Point hit, goes behind the 10. Puck will go off. Dealer, give me a place 10 and turn my bets on. Here we go. 12 craps. Nothing happens there. Oh, how many times are we going to hit our point? All right, there's the 4. We lose 50. Now we're going to bump it back up to 60. Same shooter. Here we go. There's a 5. Travel behind the 5. We don't need this. And then we can just continue with our DC bets. 6. Travels behind the 6. Dealer, give me a $12 6. So we'll get 3 and change here. And we'll go $10. Don't come in. There's the 7. All right, we lose the DC. We lose 22 here. This 20 comes down and wins 20. And then this 60 comes down and wins 60. So we're going to drop down to $50 for our next DC. So puck's going to go off. We're going to have a new shooter. Here we go, coming out. 10 easy, 10 easy, easy 10's the point. So now our new lower level at 50. Here we go. 8, it's going to travel to the 8. 8's not great, but we have the advantage. So $10 DC. 3 craps, winner in the DC. Just quick 10 that will rack up. 8 the hard way, point lost again, or DC I should say. So we're going to lose 50. This travels behind the 8. Dealer, go ahead and give me a place 8 for $12. We lost at the $50 level, so we're going to go up to the $60 level for a new DC. Here we go. It's going to go behind the 9. And now we just start our 1 unit DC action. 6 the hard way, 6 hard. Travels behind the 6. Dealer, go ahead and place me for $12 6. We'll get 3 and change here. And $10 DC. $6 6 the hard way, 6 hard. We lose our DC. This travels behind, and our 12 is going to get paid 14. I'm going to pay out 15 for 1. And make our new DC. So we just win a couple bucks. There's the 9. We lose 60. This travels behind. We're going to place the 9 for 10. And then now we're going to go up to a $70 bet. There we go. 5. Travels behind the 5. We're okay there. $10 DC action. 2 would have nice to been win with that one there, but we'll take the $10 win. Need that 7 to pop up. There's a 12. Nothing happens on a 12. Oh yeah, no, I was a winner and the don't come. Okay, I was wondering why that was still there. Okay, this is a 4. Travels inside the 4. Dealer, give me a $10 place on the 4. Oh, we got room. We'll make one more. $8. Okay, we lose. This goes behind. We win 14. Let's pay out 15 for 1. And so we're replacing the DC. Basically, you win $4. There's an 8. Same thing. Replaces. I'm going to pay out 15 for 1. We win $4. Let's get that 7. Let's end with a 7. 3 craps. Winner in the DC. Dice off the table, no roll. Maybe that'll bring the superstitious 7. No, another 8. 8 is hot, and we're only winning a couple bucks at a time. Loses, replaces. I'm going to pay out 15 for 1. $10 don't coming. And there's the 7, finally. These bets are going to come down. We've got 10, 20, 30, 40 here, which will come down and get paid. And then we've got 70 here. So we'll win 70 there. Puck will go off. And I think we can end it there. We'll just go ahead and count it up. We started with 400. We were at 70, so now we would lower. If we were to keep playing, we would lower our DC down to 60. All right, we've got 1, 2. Mind you, he said he hadn't lost in 20 sessions, and hey, give it to me. We've got 250, 275, 300, 325, 350. Oh, we might make it. 375. Look at that. 400, $420. We're in there battling. We got a little bit of profit to show for it. We would have kind of lowered our bet down to 60 and kept going there. Ideally, we can work our way all the way back down to the base, which is 30, and then we would have definitely had a good little profit. But there you go. You're working the dealer. Make sure you're tipping. But $20 profit. There you go.
All right, let's go ahead and graph out DC plugs using dicer.io. We know it ended up or positive $20. I do want to compare it against our standards, our light side 3-point Molly, our dark side 3-point Dolly, and then our flat line conservative strategy, the Hedgehog. And this is with today's rolls. So let's go ahead and see how those all stack up today. Looks like the Molly's out in front. We had some decent rolls, and it ended up at 516. DC plugs there in second, followed by the Hedgehog, and the Don't did not do very good, down at $60. Let's go ahead and run this through a random number generated simulator. And this time the Dolly was way up. DC plugs was still positive, over 500. The Hedgehog did its thing, and the Molly lost that time. We'll run this quite a few times. Again, another dark side winner. The dolly up there, but hey, the DC plug still positive, and beating the hedgehog. All right, this time we have the 3-point. Interesting. It happens every once in a while. Usually the dolly and the molly don't win, but with this particular set of rolls, they both came up positive. So did DC plugs, but not as much. And the hedgehog actually lost. Big light side roll. But it came back, and looks like hedgehog and DC plugs came in first. Up. The molly was up a little bit, and the dolly one more time. I can't believe this thing keeps winning every time. Very interesting. Okay, it won again. The dolly was the big winner. So don't was the big winner, but the DC plugs won again. Molly lost. Hedgehog won a little bit. One last time. There's no way you can win every time. Oh, there it goes. Well, nope, it came back. It came back and was a winner. Won a little bit and came in first place above the molly, and the dolly actually busts out. So fascinating stuff. Might have to pay a little more attention to this one.
If you're enjoying my videos, consider supporting the Color Up channel by joining my club, the Color Up Club. It's an awesome community of crafts enthusiasts just like me, and I also give out some free swag. So check out my website, colorup.club.